So everybody, Rudolph here, and I have dire news. I tried installing another mod, the Planet Factory mod, and as some of you may know, that mod is currently kinda bugged or something, because I've tried installing and reinstalling the Planet Factory mod and it just won't work. I tried it with different worlds and I didn't back them up by accident, because accident. And so, yeah, we are starting a new series. So I'm just gonna go with, I think, Time Flux. Yep, sure, why not? Time Fluxy thing. Nah, it's just a new save. I am not dealing with storylines right now. I just want to kind of play it. So I have restarted, and I currently only have two mods installed. One is the Interstellar mod, and the other is MechJeb. So this is going to be a pretty stock series for a while. I would like to get to the Interstellar stuff as quick as possible. So yeah, I'm just going as fast as I can. Oops. Okay, so just getting some quick science here. So I am really bummed out, trust me. I did not at all anticipate that. Also, it appears I'm having lag. I don't know how. I mean, I've only had two mods loaded, and if you watched my other series before, went kind of before the save file kind of corrupted, you would know that I had plenty of mods, and it did not, and Kerbal Space Program was pretty fine with me recording and using those mods. Oh, now we're good. Must have just been an initial startup lag spike, loading everything into the world. So, yeah, I just have the default, right now in my game data folder, I just have the squad folder, the default game data folder, and then the Interstellar mod. And then scattered around, I have MechJeb. So, and that's how I installed it before, so I'm not going to install it all that into game data. I just stored it in its individual folders that required. And that seemed to work last time, so I'm going to do it this time. So anyway, I do have a whole entourage of mods at my disposal. I have like a whole folder. I think I said this in my last series. I have a whole folder full of mods that are fairly updated. So I can install more. Right now I want to start with the basics. Well, to me, basic. So I'm going to call this series Warp to the Stars. And that is a pretty awesome name, I think. Of course, that won't work. So, just gonna get some initial stuff here. Getting load of data. Okay, we're good. So it's loading up faster now. I assume so. Okay. I'm just gonna cover that. That should give us around 40 something science just to begin with. So, I've also heard that in theory you can gain science from just the Kerbin system alone. You don't even have to leave its sphere of influence, and you could at least get through a fair portion of the tech tree, but I am going to do this differently than just simply staying inside Kerbin's sphere of influence. Now, this is also a special occasion. It is the first day I'm on spring break off school. That gives me around a week, around, let's just say, around 10 days. I want to set a challenge. I want to attempt to get Warp Drive within my spring break. I'm devoting my spring break to this series. That is how dedicated I am. It's not to show that off, though. I just want to get warp drive because I'm so sick and tired. I always start worlds in Kerbal Space Program and I never finish them. I never get to warp drive. Well, I know it's a sandbox game, but finish in the way that you're done. You finish the tech tree. I've never actually finished the tech tree. Legitly, at least. I've had to do test game stuff in the past, so I have had to mod the tech tree, or mod the science amount, or tech tree, just to kind of test stuff out, but that is not now, that was the past. So, yeah, I'm so sorry. Again, I didn't back up my world. That was foolish, but now we get this, and it's for the best, honestly. I think I want to start out with bare bones stuff. I want to be, well, fairly bare bones. MechJeb and Interstellar. Interstellar is more late game, big game, late game kind of stuff. So, yeah, but the point is still there. So no KW Rocketry, no Nova Punch 2. Not for now, at least. Maybe for later. Not for now. Okay, so I'm just launching the Kerbal 1. I'm planning on naming most of these. I want to name these after their destinations and then their numbers. So I find that fairly easy. I'll probably vary from that a little, but that's my base plan for that particular thing. So yeah. And now I'm not being fuel efficient at all, because I just want to get some science. It's not the not the most efficient way, but it works. Probably not even gonna get over this little gulf. Okay, just get that out, and also turn off the SAS. Okay. Oh, also deploy parachute. Since we're over the water, this landing should be fairly simple. Okay, so yeah, just to recap, goal, get warp drive before spring break is over. That is my plan. It is going to be awesome. Okay, now I want to try something here. Nope, it considers it for Kerbal Shores. Well, technically I'm in a Gulf. Well, not technically, I am in a Gulf, but, you know, oh well. Sorry if you can't hear me. I'm pretty sure I'm speaking fairly loud, but, yeah. Anyway, let's just land here. Get the mystery goo. Oh, and before we EVA, gonna tilt the craft so that I can easily get back into it. That Jeb can. Okay, now. Cool thing about the water, in case you don't know, you get a fair amount of science from the water. At least from the surface sample. The surface sample in Kerbin's waters is amazing. And I believe there's multiple places where you can do it and it'll still accept it as the full amount. I don't know. Maybe I encountered that once. I'm not sure if it was a glitch or if I just forgot and then I thought I had done science there, but I hadn't. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna go for the science tech route to start out with because I really just I want to get more science, and to get more science you of course need science equipment. I mean, you don't need science equipment, but you're not going to get very far in the tech tree without science equipment. I'm just going to put a couple communitrons in case we need them. Now, also, I want to do and put the stack cover. Now, I've also been playing around with the Interstellar mod a little since my last YouTube post, and I have made no real progress. I don't quite understand what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to figure out antimatter generators. Or, sorry, antimatter reactors. And so, kind of late at night. So, I'm trying that, and it's not working. I'm trying within Kerbin's atmosphere, and it's just not working. I think I need to use HyperEdit, maybe. I don't have HyperEdit installed right now, but I've used it in the past to help me test things. And I will admit I will probably use it in this series, just off camera, only to test things, because I don't want to have to build giant rockets just to get something into orbit that I can test. Well, I mean, it just seems like a waste of time for me when I could just test. It would only be the test off camera, so I wouldn't actually really go anywhere. I'd just make sure that systems work on it. I'd run it through a series of predetermined tests, and I almost averted the flight there. By the way, this is live. This is right now. This isn't post-commentary. I may try post-commentary stuff later, but right now it's just going to be live. So one thing though, I do want to go the science route, but this is where it starts to be a bit more, it gears away a tiny bit more from actual science equipment. I mean, besides this part, but the mobile processing lab is pretty big, so it's not exactly practical early game. So I'm just going to grab the stability here so that I can actually put solid fuel boosters on my rocket, because I just have a feeling that that is such a good idea. And grab those, about like that. And so I'm not, by the way, I'm not going to delete any craft, okay? It's not really, that's just a little side note. Even if the craft fails, I'm just going to keep the name, except that I might put the word failed on it, or dysfunctional, something like that. Oh, and we're off, okay. Whoa. A bit stronger than I thought. And I am, oh no, okay, just tilt this way. Keep it balanced, oh no. Okay, come on, balance out. Okay. No, it is spinning out. I'm trying to, wow. And that just takes away a massive amount of thrust, just releasing those. Okay. Go take a look at the map here. How are we doing there? Okay, so I can go down a little. Just pitch down north a little. Oh, no. Okay, just not too much. No, we're good. Okay. 45 degrees for now. That's a pretty good angle. And just gonna keep that. I'm pretty sure we're higher up than any Kerbal has been before, even though Jeb's the only pilot. I probably should save him and some of the other veterans of Kerbal Space Program for later. I may want to do that. Just kind of a personal rule, you know. Anyway. By the way, we're gonna save all the in-space stuff. Actually, actually, I have an extra Mystery Goo containment unit here. But no, I want to save the in-orbit stuff when we're actually, you know, in orbit. So, even though we are going to get into space, I don't want to quite do. I don't quite want to do orbit experiments. I want to make that orbital trip something that's worth it. And if you know me, you know that I tend to like to do orbital. I tend to like to get into an orbit before I really do too much else. Getting to the North Pole is always my first goal because it's a good way to get some science. So yeah. Also, lots of fuel in this rocket. Pretty cool. Now I plan on landing in the North Pole, so I'm gonna save this mystery goo containment unit because I could just, because when I land I think it gives a special one for the North Pole. It gives special data for the North Pole. I also think it gives special data for the desert. So I'm just gonna save, yeah, again, I'm gonna save the space experiments for space right now, or the orbital experiments for orbit. This rocket could probably actually go into orbit, but I'm choosing not to. Just gonna quick save here, because you never know what will happen. Now I'm gonna EVA report here and get some science. In retrospect, I could have probably reduced my mass a little by putting one mystery goo containment unit on the rocket part of the shuttle, and then just put one on the capsule. But I didn't really use foresight for that, so yeah. Also, I forgot to disable the batteries on my capsule. I like to do that just in case I need emergency power. So this rechargeable battery pack and this rechargeable battery pack are going to be disabled for now because I only want to use these ones. So yeah. Going down. Oh yeah, we are getting to the North Pole. I usually, so yeah, I like to get to the North Pole by the second or third launch. I count the little capsule there as the first launch. I also count the one on the space plane runway as the part 2 of that launch. So the second launch was the one in the Gulf, of course, and then the third one here is the North Pole. Also, I think now I'm just gonna eject. There we go. Also, I'm just gonna activate my parachute for foresight reasons. Okay, so now it should eject, or the parachute should deploy around now. Yeah, there we go. Just let that jitter around and all that. Oh, I just thought of something. I could do a mystery goo containment unit report above Kerbin's North Pole, but I'm not sure that's the wisest idea right now. So I think I'm going to do that later when I get space planes. When I get more into space plane technology, I'm probably going to make multiple trips around Kerbin just so I can gather all that flying over data that I missed now. And parachute deploys without worry. Just gonna get a crew report. Oh, did I forget to get a crew report in space? Oh, dang it. Oh, it's fine. I'll get one. I will get one another time. I will have many launches, believe you me, in this save, so I'm probably gonna get that at some point. In fact, the orbital mission is going to be all about the orbital science. That's why I'm saving all that, in case you couldn't put that together. So, yeah. Crew report. Mystery goo. Good enough. Okay. EVA report. Keep that, and then we're going to do an EVA report on the ground. Surface sample, EVA report, plant a flag, and I have the perfect description in mind for this. gonna say North Pole set. Third times a rocket launch. Third times a rocket launch a charm. Third times a rocket launch a charm. Okay, now recover the vessel. Yes, I just said that. Anyway, Rebel Space Program is awesome. So, research and development. Science archives, by the way. Yeah, we have no experiments on anywhere but Kerbin right now. So it's just local stuff, you know, the basics. Anyway, 85 science, so close. Honestly, this is the real appeal of this part of the tech tree right now. That's about to change because I'm about to add more. So, what else? I honestly don't really care for this rocket at the current moment. Mech Jeb I really want, but I also want the struts, the stabilizer, the radial decoupler, and the stock tricoupler. Honestly, I think this is more important right now. Okay, so this is where we could start to get into space planes. Not really space planes at the current moment, but they could be in the future. That will have to be for another time though, because I am going to finish the episode off here. Episode 2, we will get into an orbit around Kerbin, and we'll go from there. I am Rudlin the Elf. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.